Hey guys, and I thought I'd do a bit of a long-term review of the Michelin Wild Enduro front tyre. So to give you a bit of a rundown, it's done about 1200 Ks and about 100 hours of riding. 4 gravity enduro races in the South Australian season last year, and 1 downhill race as well, and then just a heap of cross-country, trail, gravity enduro, downhill, shuttles, all of that sort of stuff since about May last year. So a good 11 and a half months that it's been on the front of the bike for. And thought I'd take you through how it's held up in that time. So just going to flick the camera around here hopefully and just show you how this has come up. So this is tread pattern, so you can see what I've started to notice just in the last 100 or 200 Ks or so is a lot of these. Like I had 1 or 2 of them before, but just a lot of these bits and pieces starting to come up. Tread compared to normal ones are, there we go. So that gives you, that's probably as worst as it is at the moment. So you can see one of them there, it's almost completely coming off. But yeah, really happy with the way that it's held up. So negatives first, really the only negative that I can think of compared to something like a DHF, which was my go-to tyre before I tried the Michelins, is maybe rolling speed. Maybe the rolling speed with it on the front might be a little bit slower, but front you're after grip, in my opinion, for what I ride for. So yeah, the rolling speed is negligible in terms of how it performs for mine. Maybe noticeable on like flat fire trails and that sort of stuff. Really doesn't hold me up that much on the uphill sort of stuff either, because it's on the front, I guess. Positives, huge positives with this thing. So off camber, it just loves off camber. Those side knobs are really quite stiff and big. So because they're such large side knobs, I think it just holds really well. And it tends to just grip so well on off camber. It loves off camber. To the point where I was noticing the left hand, because of riding twisted gum and those sorts of trails so much, where you're always on the right hand side of the hill, I guess. The left hand knobs get such a work. And so yeah, noticing that there was probably a bit more wear on those side knobs as well. So overall, loves off camber. Next positive is just grip in general. Everything from dry, dusty, right through to slightly damp, and then to mud. Tried it in with 1 round as well. Cleared mud really well. Obviously a mud spike tyre would probably perform a little bit better, but overall really happy with it. Can't complain. It's going to be my go-to tyre now for sure. DHF that I used to have on the front here might just get chucked on the hardtail for winter, I reckon, for a bit more grip there. And yeah, keep running this on the front. I bought another couple of them recently because I love them that much, and they were cheap, so I thought I'd continue running them up front. Rear tyre, definitely aggressor double down all over. Tried the Michelin in the rear, and it was okay, but nowhere near as good as the aggressor. It rolls well. Longevity is huge in my opinion on the rear tyre, because if you've got a cush core or something in there, you don't want to be having to change it too often. It's tough, holds up well, and yeah, just grippy, rolls well. So can't fault the aggressor on the back, but for me, Michelin all the way up front. As I showed you before, it's a Magi X. So with the Gum X I've got on there at the moment on the Michelin. So just having a look and see if there's any difference, because Michelin claim there is a bit of a difference in terms of grip. So that'll be interesting to see how that goes between the Magi X and the Gum X. So hope this has been helpful for anyone that wants to try it, and sing out if you have any other questions. Cheers.